This conference will now be recorded.
So in the previous session, we have discussed about user management, and we have discussed what exactly a user and how can we add the user to our Salesforce arc. So once a user has been added to the Salesforce arc, how can we manage the users details in future? And we have discussed how can we reset the users passwords as part of this user management. If the user is unable to log into the Salesforce arc, if the user account has been locked because of multiple invalid login attempts, how to reset the user's passwords we have discussed. And we have discussed if a user has left the company, if a person left the company, then how can we prevent the user from logging into our Salesforce instance by using deactivation and the freeze we have discussed. And we have discussed about the practical concept of deactivation and how can we reactivate the user again we have discussed, and how to freeze and unfreeze we have discussed. And we have identified the differences between deactivation and the freeze. And then we have discussed about enabling the login access policies from the administrators. If any of the user is facing some issue with the account or with the application or the features, how an administrator can jump into the user account, how he can troubleshoot those issues, how he can fix the issues, we have discussed with the help of login access policies. And whenever we are coming out from any of the user account, how can we prevent the users from forced login by using that preventing from the forced login option we have discussed. And we have discussed about the login history and how can we exploit all the users passwords, okay, at a time. We have discussed all these options in the previous session. Anybody has worked on all these features? How many people are done? Okay, almost. Remaining people? Okay, when? Yesterday is holiday, right? Then so do the practice on daily basis. Don't make the things pending. Now, so now today's session, we are going to discuss about role hierarchy, and we have to understand what exactly a role and how can we configure the role hierarchy in Salesforce and how to assign the roles to the users and what is the benefit of assigning roles to the users. We'll see practically in Salesforce. Now, let's come to a small scenario so that we can understand what exactly the role hierarchy we can understand very easily. For example, I have an organization. Assume that some TCS. Assume that I have an organization, some TCS. So TCS is very big organization where they're having some more than 2 lakhs employees are working. The people are working from different locations with the different designations, with the different technical skills for the different clients. So whenever a new employee is joining into the organization, for every employee, they're allocating a designation. For every employee, they're allocating a title. Title means a designation. Depends upon his experience, depends upon his technical skills. For every employee, they're allocating a designation. As part of this organization, they're maintaining various designations. Like initially, they're having CEO role. This is a CEO designation. Now he's a top level person inside the organization. He's like as a founder of the company. And below that CEO, they will be having some more users. They will be having CFO, Chief Financial Officer. He is taking care of the financial activities of the organization. And then they will be having COO, Chief Operating Officer, and they will be having a CTO, Chief Technology Officer. He's taking care of the technical aspects and then deliverables of the projects and the requirements. So we have CEO. Under the CEO, we are having 3 people like a CFO, COO, and the CTO, Chief Financial Officer, Chief Operating Officer, and the Chief Technology Officer. Under this CTO, they will be having a Vice President. They will be having a Vice President. Under this Vice President, they will be having a Program Manager. They will be having Program Manager. Under this Program Manager, they will be having a Project Manager. Under this Project Manager, they will be having some technical leads. Under the technical lead, they will be having some employees. He will be having senior software engineer and the software engineer and the associated software engineers. These all are reporting to the technical lead. So, as part of this organization, they're having a hierarchy of the roles. They're having a hierarchy of the designations. Like they will be having the CEO, he will be the top level person inside the organization. Okay, he's like as a founder. Okay, he's like as a founder of the company. And under this CEO, there are 3 subordinates are available: CFO, COO, and the CTO. Under this CTO, they will be having one more employee here, like as Vice President. Now, under the Vice President, we are having Program Manager. Under the Program Manager, we are having this Project Managers. Under the Project Managers, we are having Technical Leads. Under these Technical Leads, we are having the Senior Software Engineer, Software Engineers, and the Associated Software Engineers. All these people are working inside this. Now, so when you observe this one here, when you observe this hierarchy, so we are having the CEO. Under this CEO, we are having these 3 people. Now, so now these 3 people are subordinates for CEO. CEO is a superior person, and then below that CEO, they're having 3 people are available. He's like as a superior, and these are the subordinates. Now these 3 people are reporting to CEO. Every day evening, they're updating the status to CEO. So these three people are in the same generation. That means they're into the same hierarchy. So these people are called as siblings. These are called as siblings. Siblings in the sense within a family, within the same generation, they will be having some brothers and sisters. Those are called as siblings. Like the similar way, all these three people are reporting to the same person here. The parent is same. These three are the childs. These three childs are reporting to the same parent, so that these three people are called as siblings. Now, so in this case, we are having the superior, we are having the subordinates are available. These subordinates are reporting to the superior always, like as a sales manager and the sales representative. For example, I'm having a sales manager. Under this one sales manager, how many sales representatives will be available? Only one or multiple? Multiple here. Now, under this sales manager, they will be having multiple sales representative, like some sales representative 1, sales representative 2, sales representative 3, like that. Here multiple employees may be available here. Now these three people are the subordinates for sales manager. Sales manager is a superior, sales representatives are the subordinates. Every day these people has to report to the sales manager over here. Okay, it's like as a parent, these are like as a childs over there. For one parent we can have multiple childs also. Now, so like the similar way here in this case, I'm having a technical lead. Under this technical lead we are having some senior developers, and the developers and the junior developers are also available here. These people are reporting to the technical lead. Okay, now let's see in this case. So now in this case, each and every designation is giving some set of responsibilities. As a senior developer, he will be having his own roles and responsibilities. As a developer, he will be having some roles and responsibilities. As a junior developer, he is having his own responsibilities. Technical lead will be having his own roles, and the project manager is having its own responsibilities. So each designation is providing a set of roles and responsibilities which we need to perform inside the organization. So as a senior member, I need to work on some complex requirements. As a junior member, they will take care of some small requirements over here. Now, if it is a technical lead, he is going to be managing some project management also, one complete module also, along with the people management activities he has to do. So that means each role, each designation is providing some set of roles and responsibilities. Now, like for example, come to a small scenario. Assume that I'm a senior developer. Okay, I'm a senior developer. I'm having a technical lead. Assume that he is my technical lead over here. So now today morning, my technical lead has assigned a task to me. So he asked me, so Firoz, this is the requirement here. Please complete the requirement by today, end of the day, and then update the status to me here. So I have started working on the requirement here. I'm done with the requirement over there, but I forgot to send the email notification to my technical lead. I'm done with the requirement. I have completed the requirement here. I have tested the functionality. It is working very fine. The code is ready to deploy. But I forgot to send the email notification to my technical lead, okay, regarding the status update. If I'm not sending the status update email notification to my technical lead, how did my manager can able to understand what is the progress of my work? How he can monitor the progress of my work? He don't know. So what about the status here? It's my responsibility. I have to send the email notification to my technical lead regarding the progress of my work. But it's my mistake here because of some other work. I forgot to send the email. So in the late night, my technical lead will be giving a call to me, asking me what about the status here. Then I need to provide the status update over there. Till then, he don't know what is the progress of the work here. Now, in this case, what happened? Whenever we are working in an organization, even though you are working as a developer or even though you are working as a subordinate, until or unless you are not sending the email notification to your reporting manager, they don't know what is the progress of your work, because they can't monitor what is the progress of your work. They can't sit in front of you, or they can't sit beside you to monitor what is the progress of the work always. They may be having some more responsibilities. They may be having some other work also. They may be at the meeting. Okay, they may be meeting some other clients also. At that time, always they can't sit in front of you. They can't monitor your work. It's our responsibility. We need to send the email notification to the manager by end of the day regarding the progress of your work. Until and unless you are not sending the email notification, your reporting manager don't know what is the progress of your work. Now, like the similar way here also, as part of Salesforce, to avoid this kind of problem, instead of sending the email notification manually to the people, Salesforce has given a facility that is called as role hierarchy. Salesforce has given a facility called as role hierarchy. So what exactly the role hierarchy will do? Role hierarchy will make the subordinates records to be visible to the manager automatically by default. Role hierarchy will make subordinates records. That means whenever your junior member, whenever your sales representative creates a record, this record will be visible to the manager automatically by default. He no need to send any email notification manually regarding the progress of the work. Your manager can able to monitor the progress of your work without receiving any email notification. Okay, because by using the application itself, we can understand how many requirements have assigned to the person, how many requirements he has completed, how many requirements still he is working, how many requirements he haven't started still. Everything he can able to monitor through the application itself because of role hierarchy. Okay, because of role hierarchy, they can able to monitor very easily here. So because role hierarchy will make the subordinates records to be visible to the superior automatically by default. Whenever a subordinate person, whenever a junior member creates a record, that record will be visible to the manager automatically by default. That facility is available as part of role hierarchy here. Okay. Now, as part of your Salesforce org, as part of your Salesforce org, Salesforce is providing the default role hierarchy. Salesforce provides default role hierarchy as part of your organization. Whatever the default role hierarchy has been given by Salesforce, if the default role hierarchy is not suitable for your requirement, we can able to remove that default role hierarchy. We can configure your own roles. Like whatever the way we are having the designations in the company, like the similar fashion, we can have the roles also inside your Salesforce org. Now, depends upon your requirement, depends upon the architecture which you use to follow as part of your org, we can define your own role hierarchy also. So once the role hierarchy has been configured, then we can assign these roles to the users. Okay, then we can assign these roles to the users. Now tell me, for example, here, come to this scenario. Now, for example, I'm having the project manager role is available here. Now, for example, here, this role can be assigned to how many people? For only for one person or multiple people? Multiple people also. So now we are having some multiple people are available, like some employee 1, some employee 2, and the employee 3. For 3 employees, they have assigned the designation program manager because these people are having that same years of experience. They will be having some 15 years of experience, all these 3 people. So for these 3 people, we have assigned program manager designation over here. So now these people are going to managing some projects also. They're managing some multiple projects also. In this case here, each employee will be having only one designation. That means only one role. But the same role can be assigned to multiple employees also. Okay? Understand the concept here? Understanding the relation is very, very important here. For one employee, one designation. Can we assign multiple designations for a single employee? No. An employee should be always have only one designation. But with the same designation, how many employees we can have? Multiple also available. Exactly same concept we have in roles. Whatever the way we are having the designations inside the organizations, similar passion we are having roles. Okay, similar passion we are having roles. So once a user has been configured, for each user we can assign a role also. Each user should be associated with only one role, but the same role can be assigned to multiple users also. That facility is available. Now, in the previous session, we know how to configure the users, how to manage the users. Already we know that. During that time, already told you, each user should be associated with only one license. Each user should be associated with only one profile. Now, each user should be associated with only one role, not multiple. Okay, for one user, one role. But the same role can be assigned to multiple users also. The possibilities available. Okay. So in this case here, what is the main benefit of this role hierarchy? Role hierarchy is used to make subordinates records to be visible to the manager automatically by default. Whenever a subordinate person or a junior person create a record, the record will be visible to the manager automatically by default. Clear? Now, so now in this case, in the interview point of view, there is a common question. Already we know the concept of profile. What exactly the profile, what a profile contains, and then how to create the custom profiles, everything we know. Now we are discussing about the roles also. It's a common question in every interview. What is the difference between a role and a profile? It's 100% common question. What is the difference between a role and a profile? Profile is for what? To grant the permissions on what? Features means what? Profile is used to grant the permissions on what? Inside the organization, okay, on what you would like to grant the permission? Inside the organization, what we have? Applications, objects, tabs, fields, page layouts, record types, general permissions, Apex classes, Visual Force pages. So many features are available. When coming to the profile, profile is nothing but a component which is used to grant the permissions and the various features to the users. Those features includes your applications also, tabs also, objects also, fields also, operations on each and every object also, general permissions, custom permissions, system permissions, administrative permissions, session settings, password policies, login hours, login IP ranges, Apex classes, Visual Force pages, external data sources, named credentials, service presence, communities, custom settings, custom metadata types, and flows, and all these feature we can grant the permission at one place, that is called as profile. Now this role is doing what? What the role is doing now? Role hierarchy will make the subordinates records to be visible to that superior. That means what? It is granting the permissions only on records. In order to grant the record level permission, we can use role. If you want to grant the permissions on the features, we can go with the help of profile. This is a major difference. Okay, this is a major difference. When coming to the role, role is used to make subordinates records to be visible to the superior. That means to provide the record level visibility, to grant the records access to the other people, we are using the help of role hierarchy. The profiles are used to grant the permissions on applications, objects, tabs, fields, and features, everything we can grant the permissions here. This is the first difference. Second difference here. For one user, how many profiles we can assign? Only one. For one user, how many roles we can assign? Only one. Okay, this is also same. Next, third difference. Upon creating a user, is the profile is mandatory? Yes. Upon creating a user, is the role is mandatory? No. Because as of now, have we created the users or not? Yes. Have we assigned any role till now? No. That means what? While creating the user, we require two things. One is license, second one is profile. Role is not important here. Role is not mandatory. Upon creating the user, we require the profile, but upon creating the user, role is not mandatory over here. Okay, one profile can be assigned to multiple users, one role can be assigned to multiple users also. Okay, these are few differences that we have between role and profiles. Okay, now, so roles are used to grant the access on your records to your managers. Whenever the subordinate person creates a record, the record will be visible to the manager automatically by default. Now, so as part of your Salesforce org, depends upon the requirement, we can configure your own role hierarchy. Whatever the designations that we have inside your organization depends upon the designation, depends upon the structure which you are going to follow. Based on your organization structure, you can define your own role hierarchy, also depends upon the requirement. So once the role hierarchy has been configured, we can assign these roles to the required users. So upon assigning the roles to the users, each user should have only one role, but the same role can be assigned to multiple users also. Now, so whatever the roles that we have configured, all the roles information will get stored inside an object called as user role object here. User role is a standard object in Salesforce in which all the roles information will get resides. All the users information will store in which object? User object. Profiles information, profile object. Licenses information, user license object. Right. Like the similar way, all the roles, whatever the roles that we are configuring, all these roles information will store inside an object called as user role. User role is a standard object in Salesforce which contains all the roles information over here. Okay, understood the concept now? Now, let's see. Then how can we configure the role hierarchy and how to assign these roles to the users? Now, let's see practically here. Clear up to this one? Now, make a note of this one. Role hierarchy. Role hierarchy is used to make the subordinates records to be visible to the manager by default. Role hierarchy is used to make the subordinates records to be visible to the manager by default. That is, when a sales representative creates a record inside the object, then it will be visible to sales manager by default. Role hierarchy is used to grant the record level visibility. Role hierarchy is used to grant the record level visibility. We can configure the role hierarchy based on the business requirement. We can configure the role hierarchy based on the business requirement. And we can assign the roles to the required users. Each user should be associated with only one role. But the same role can be assigned to multiple users inside the organization. But the same role can be assigned to multiple users inside the organization. All the roles information will get resides inside the user role object. So user role is a standard object in Salesforce where exactly all the roles information will be getting resides. Then how can we see the role hierarchy that we have inside my Salesforce R? Click on setup menu. Search for the option roles in quick find box. Go to the roles section. And set up the role hierarchy. And set up the role hierarchy based on the need. Depends upon your application requirement, we can configure your own role hierarchy as well. Done with the navigation. Now, let me show you with the practical where exactly the navigation, how to go to this place, and how to set up the role hierarchy. Now, let's see. I'm going to my Salesforce org now. Search for the option roles. As soon as once you click on roles, it is indicating some default picture here. There is a small picture is indicating that how the role hierarchy will look like. Now it is indicating this role hierarchy structure over here. Like we are having the CEO. Under this CEO, we are having this three people are available here. These three are the subordinates for this manager. Like Western Sales Director, Eastern Sales Director, International Sales Director. So these are the three people who are reporting to the CEO. Now, under this Western Sales Director, we are having a subordinate that is Western Sales Representative. Under Eastern Sales Director, we have a representative that is Eastern Sales Representative. He is a subordinate. Under this Internal Sales Director, so now we are having a subordinate that is called as International Sales Representative. Like that, each and every manager can have one or more subordinates as well. Now just you can click on set up roles button. Now this is the role hierarchy which has been configured by Salesforce by default. So now it is indicating your organization name. It is indicating your organization name. Why it is showing simply capital info? Because upon creating my Salesforce account, inside the registration form, I have given my company name as capital info. That's what here it is going to be representing this organization name. Suppose if you want to change this name, just you can go to your Salesforce or go to the company information link. From there, you can change the name also. Like for example, I'm going to the company information link. Go to the company information link, click on edit button. Now I'm changing this organization name over here. Now I'm indicating Forces Incorporation. I'm giving the name as Forces Incorporation. Now click on save. Now I have changed that organization name right now. Just you can go to that roles. See, click on set up roles button. Now what is the organization name now? Forces Incorporation. So in future, whenever you are changing your organization name, that name will be getting populated automatically inside your role hierarchy by default. Now, so as part of this role hierarchy, by default, Salesforce is giving the default role hierarchy also. Let's see. We are having the CEO role. Just you can click on this plus symbol here because this is the tree structure of format. Now click on this plus symbol. It is indicating this default role hierarchy given by Salesforce. So now it is indicating the default role as CEO. Under this CEO, we are having this CFO and the COO, Senior Vice President for Service and Support, and the SVP for HR, SVP for Sales and Marketing. This is the default role hierarchy which has been given by Salesforce by default. Now, so if this same role hierarchy is exactly suits to the business, we can use it as it is. If this role hierarchy requires some little bit changes, we can make the changes whatever you want. If the role hierarchy is not at all suitable for your organization, remove the complete role hierarchy from the R. We can prepare that role hierarchy from the scratch also. That facility is available. So that for each and every role, it is giving that 5 options to you. For each and every role, we are having 5 options are available. For example, this is the CEO role. Inside your company, on top of the CEO, if you have any more roles, then at that time we can add one more role by using this add role option here. There is an add role option which is used to add one more role on top of the CEO. Below the CEO, if you want to add some more roles, here we can use this option, add role option. Now, if you want to change this role name as part of your organization, instead of the CEO, if you want to change the role name, then we can change the role name by using this edit option. And then, suppose if this role is not at all required, we can delete that role by using this delete option. Suppose if you want to assign this role to the required users, we can use the option called as assign. By using this assign option, we can assign these roles to the required users also. So these are the 5 options. We can add a junior role also. We can add a senior role also. We can modify the role name. We can delete that role name also. And we can assign the role to the required users also. These are the 5 options are available for each role which we have inside this role hierarchy. Okay, now. So this is the default role hierarchy which has been configured by Salesforce by default. Now, so now in this case, according to my business requirement, I would like to configure the role hierarchy as well. Now, for example, inside my org, I would like to configure the role hierarchy like this. I would like to configure the role hierarchy like this. I want to configure the role hierarchy like this. I would like to have CEO role. Under the CEO, I would like to configure CFO and the COO and the CTO. And below this CTO, I would like to configure Vice President role. Okay, this is my requirement over here. Because I'm having 5 users are available inside my arc. We have 2 Salesforce licenses, 3 platform licenses. Total 5 licenses are available. With these 5 licenses, we have created 5 users also. For these 5 users, I want to assign 5 different roles. That's what here I'm having this of 5 roles over here. This is the hierarchy I would like to have. Now, so I would like to configure the CEO role. This is already available here. Under the CEO, I would like to configure CFO, COO, and the CTO here. Okay, now let's see. Now, under the CEO, we are having CFO and the COO. I want to add one more role. What is that role? CTO role here. Where do we need to add now here? Above the CEO or below the CEO? Below the CEO. So just you can go to the CEO role. Below that CEO, we are having an option called as add role. Okay, we have an option called as add role. Click on add role link in order to create a new role over here. Now click on add role. I'm giving the role name as CTO. Now this role is reporting to whom? Which role? CEO role here. That means what? One role is reporting to another role here. That role is reporting to some different roles here. Now tell me, this kind of association is called as what? One user is related with another user here. Hierarchical association, exactly. We have discussed so many types of relationships as part of your Salesforce relationship feature, like lookup association, master detail, many to many, one to one, hierarchical. Okay, all these things we have discussed over there here. Now, so this is hierarchical association. So now because the object is associated with the same object, that means it's like as a self-joining concept here. The role object is associated with another role itself here. Now, so this is the parent role, CTO is the parent role. So the CEO is the parent role and the CTO is the child role. Both are roles only. Both are available in the same table, but one role is reporting to another role over here. Okay, this is a purely hierarchical association. Now, so now inside the reports, what you want to show? Inside the report also, you would like to show that role name as CTO. Okay, inside the reports, I would like to show the role name as same CTO here. Clear? Now, click on save button. As soon as once you click on save button, now my role has been configured. Go to the roles, click on setup roles. Now we have CEO. Under the CEO, we have CFO, COO, and CTO. Okay. Next, what is the next tool we need to configure now? Vice President. This should be reporting to whom? CTO. Right. It should be reported to CTO over here. Now, tell me how can we do that? Under this CTO, we have an option called as add role. Okay, now because whatever the role that I'm creating right now, that role should be reporting to CTO. So that just to go to the CTO, under the CTO, I want to create a child role. Click on add role. I'm giving the role name as Vice President. In the reports also, I want to show the name like as same Vice President. I don't want to show any different name. In the reports also, I would like to show the name as same, that is Vice President. Now click on save button. Now my role has been configured. Go to the roles, click on setup roles. Now under this CTO, you will be having this role is available over here. That is Vice President. So whatever the roles are required, now my role hierarchy is ready. I'm having the CEO role. Under the CEO, we are having this CFO, COO, and the CTO. These 3 people are in the same generation here. They are in the same hierarchy. Now, under this CTO, we are having one more role that is called as Vice President over here. Clear? Now, so now once the roles has been configured, how to assign these roles to the users? Now tell me how many ways are available to assign the roles to the users. How many ways that you have observed till now? Till now, how many ways you have observed? 2. What are those 2? Okay, from role side. Okay, second one, user side. Okay, user side also. These are the two ways are available. Once the role hierarchy has been configured, we can assign the roles to the required users. Upon assigning the roles to the users, we have two ways are available. First one from user side. Because in the previous session, we have configured users. So when you go to the user record, there is a file, there is a checklist control is available role. We can select the role from there onwards. So we can go to the user record, we can select the role, we can update the record also. Or else we can come to the role side. From this role side here, we are having this assign link is available. Through this assign link also, we can assign the roles to the users as well. These are the two ways are available. Then what is the difference between these two ways here? If I'm assigning the roles from the user side, what is the difference? If I'm assigning the roles from the role side, what is the difference? Okay, we'll see practically now. Now let me show you here. How can we configure this? Now I want to assign some roles also to the users here. What roles needs to be get assigned? To whom the role has to be get assigned? Now let me explain here. Now, assign the below roles to the specified users. Assign the below roles to the specified users. The CEO role I want to assign to training batch user. That means he is the system administrator. Why? Because CEO means top level person. He is the root level person here. So now administrator is the top level person inside the organization. So I want to assign the CEO role to that system administrator. CFO role I want to assign to manager user. COO role I want to assign to customer user. CTO role I want to assign to development user. And the vice president role I want to assign to testing user. These are the 5 users are available inside my Salesforce arc. Training batch user, manager user, customer user, development user, testing user. These are the 5 users are available. I'm having this of 5 roles also. These roles I want to assign to these users. Done? Now, let's see how can we assign these roles to the users one by one. First, I will show you from the user side. How to assign the roles to the users from the user side, I will show you first. And then I will show you from the role side also both. I want to assign this role, CEO role to the user, training batch user. Now, let's see. Let me go back to my users now. Go to the users. When you go to the users, we can see all the user records, whatever we have. These are the users are available here. These are the users. We have training batch user, he is administrator, and we have created 4 more users. customer user, development user, manager user, and then testing user. These are the 4 users which have configured. Total 5 users are available. So now have we assigned any roles to the users as of now? No. Now in this case, inside this table itself, we are having a field called as role field, which will be indicating which role has been assigned to this user. We can verify the roles by using this users table itself. Now I want to assign the role here. Which role? CEO role to the user, training batch user. Just to go to the training batch user, here the training batch user first record, click on edit button, go to the role, pick list control here, select the role. Which role you would like to assign? I would like to assign CEO role. I want to assign CEO role to this user now. Now click on save button. Now the role has been assigned. It is indicating for the training batch user we have assigned CEO role over here. Next, done. Second one, CFO role to manager user. Go to the manager user here. This is a manager user record. Click on edit. I'm assigning this role CFO. Okay, CFO role. Now click on save button. Now it has been assigned over here. Now in this case, what we did, for each user, we have to assign the role separately here. Open each record and then assign the role, save it. Open the second record, assign the role, save it. Like that, we need to assign the role for each and every user separately here. Now tell me, suppose example, if you're having some thousands of users, then when you go to an organization, they may be having some lakhs of employees are available in every financial year end. Like as during the March period, so the companies are giving some appraisals. Companies are giving some promotions to the employees. They will be migrating. They will be promoting from junior level to senior level to technical lead to architect to project manager. They keep on promoting to the next level. Suppose, for example, in this year, in my company, almost 4,000 people has been promoted from junior software engineer to senior software engineer over here. Then, but this 4,000 employee records, I want to change the designation value. You want me to modify each value one by one, one by one, one by one? No, I can't do that. Because if I'm having some 5 records or 10 records, then I can do this process manually by opening each user record separately here. By spending some 20 minutes of time, I can do that. If I'm having some more than 100, if I'm having some thousands of records to whom we need to update those roles at that time, it will be very difficult. Updating each and every user's role will be one by one, one by one, one by one. It will take more time. It's a time consuming mechanism, so that I want to go from role side. From the role side also, we can assign the roles to the users. There, we can assign the role to the multiple people in one shot. That facility is available. But here, for each user role, we are assigning separately one by one, one by one, one by one. But there, we can assign to multiple people in one shot. How to do that? Now, let me show you. Go to the roles, click on setup roles. As of now, CEO role we have assigned, CFO role we have assigned. Now, COO role. This COO role I want to assign to whom? Customer user. Now, go to the COO role, click on assign. Now select the users. Suppose if the same role you want to assign to all the 3 people, just you can select this 3 people over here, click on save. That means for multiple people, we can assign the role in one shot. But if it is the user side, for each and every user separately here. From the role side, we can assign the same role to the multiple users at a time. But now I want to assign this role to which user? Customer user. Okay, for the customer user, I want to assign this role COO. Now, click on save button. Now done. CTO role. I want to assign to whom? This should be to development user. So I'm selecting development user here. But this is the development user to whom I want to assign the role. Next, the last one. Vice President role. Click on assign. Select the user as testing user. Now click on save button. Done. For each and every user, we have assigned the roles over here. These are the two ways are available in order to assign the roles to the required people over here. Clear? Understood the concept now? So now let's see here. I'm going to the users. So now when you verify the users, it is indicating very clearly these are the roles which we have assigned here. For the training batch user, CEO role, customer user, COO, development user, CTO, manager user, CFO, testing user, vice president. These are the roles which we have assigned to this user server. Okay, understood the concept now? Now tell me in this case, what is the use of this role hierarchy now generally? What we have discussed here? Role hierarchy will make the subordinates records to be visible to superiors here, okay, to my manager. That means what? Whenever a development user creates a record, the record will be visible to this development user as it is, because ultimately he will be the owner of the record. As the owner, he will be having the full control on the record. He can see, he can modify, he can delete, he can share, he can do everything as the owner. Along with this owner, it will be making this record to be visible to his manager also. Who is the manager of this person? CEO. That means the training that user also will be able to access. Then what about the other people? Will these people should be able to access or not? No. If the record is visible to everyone, then what is the security in this case here? Okay. Now, security will come into the picture when, if you want to restrict the visibility of some of the features from other users. Okay. So now here in this case, I don't want to make these records to be visible to the other people. Only the record owner and his manager should be able to have the access on the record. Clear? Understood the concept now? Now, let's see whether really it is working like that now, whether it really it is working properly or not here. Now tell me, how can we test this functionality now? Okay, right. First of all, what needs to be done? Log in into the development user account, create one account record over here. Next slide, next. Log into the CEO user and check whether the record is visible or not. Right, exactly. That's it. Okay, done. So now in this case, what we can do, I would like to check whether this feature is working properly or not. That already told you, not only building the features, not only configuring the functionalities, it's our responsibility. We have to do the unit testing. Unit testing is also one of the developer's responsibility. So we need to check each and every functionality, whether it is working properly or not. So that I need to test it here, whether the role hierarchy is working properly or not. If it is not working properly, then how can we fix this? Okay, we'll see practically here. Now what I want to do is, I want to log in into the development users account, and then I will create one account record over here. I will create one account record. Whenever I'm creating this account record should be visible to the training batch user automatically by default. But the other users should not be able to access my records here. This is what the functionality that I'm expecting. Why? Because role hierarchy will make the subordinate records to be visible to managers, not to all the users over here. Okay, if it is visible to everyone, there is no concept of security then here. Okay, now let's see. Now let me test the functionality now. I'm logging into the development user now. Go to the development user, click on login link. Right now I'm into development user account here. Okay, right now I'm into development user account. Let me create an account record here. Click on this accounts. Click on new button. I'm creating a new account record by giving the required details. Like I'm giving the name as development user account. Account number, I'm giving some value. Type I'm indicating as installation partner. Industry, some biotechnology. Rating, some heart. And the phone, I'm giving some value. Fax number. Website, I'm indicating as some cognizant.com. Ownership is public and the annual revenue value, I'm indicating as some 21 lakhs. I'm indicating the customer priority as high, active status as yes, SLA as gold. These are the data which I have entered. I have entered the data in almost all the fields over here. Now I'm creating a record. Now tell me, once I create a record, then who is the owner of the record? The record owner is currently logged in user. Who is the currently logged in user? The user development. So user development will be the owner of the record. Now click on save button. Now my record has been created successfully. Go to the details tab. Now we can see the recorded data over here. Who is the owner of the record now? Development user. So as per the role hierarchy, okay, as per the role hierarchy, whenever the development user creates a record, the record should be visible to his manager automatically by default. That means training batch user should be able to see the record as it is. Clear? Now let's see. Let me come out from this user account now. Click on log out as development user. I will come back to my system administrator account as it is. Who is this user now? Training batch user. That means administrator. Let me go to my application now. Go to the accounts. Click on this accounts tab. See the account record. What is the account record name? Development user test account here. Is the record is visible or not? Yes, the record is visible. That means both the subordinate and the superior, both the people can able to see the recorded data over here. Clear? Up to this is fine. Because as per the role hierarchy, it is making the subordinates records to be visible to the manager by default here. Up to this is fine. Now I have a small confusion. I have a small doubt in my mind. Maybe my record may be visible to my siblings also. Maybe my record may be visible to the subordinates also here. I would like to check it out. Because of my curiosity, because of my doubt, I would like to check whether my record may be visible to the other members inside my org. Now, so now if my record is visible to everyone, then I would like to take for the alternative how to fix this visibility so the record should be visible only to me and my manager over here, not to the other people. How to restrict, we'll see that concept also. Now I would like to check. Maybe my record may be visible to manager user. Then what we can do? How to test this one? Right, log in into the manager user and then check whether this account record is visible to that user or not here. That's it, simple. Now, let's go to that manager user. Log in into the manager user now. Go to the accounts. I'm selecting all accounts. Let's check whether the development user account record is visible or not. Record is visible or not? Yes, development user account record. So the record is visible. That means my doubt is confirmed. That means what? Not only myself and my manager, other users are also able to access my record here. Next, I want to check with my subordinate. Maybe my record is visible to my subordinate also over here. Let me check it out. Who is the subordinate user? Testing user. Now, let me come out from this user manager. I'm logging into the testing user now. Click on login. Let's check the records. Is my record is visible? Yes. Now my record is a public record now. So now because my record is visible to everyone, But as part of my requirement, what is my responsibility? Whenever I'm creating a record, my record should be visible only to my manager here, not to the other people. But now my record is visible to everyone. Not only to me, my manager is able to access my record. Okay, fine. Along with my manager, my subordinates also able to access. My siblings also able to access my record over here because my record is visible to everyone. Now I don't want to do that. I want to restrict the visibility of the features. My record should be visible only to me and my manager, not to the other users inside the organization. Then how can we restrict here? For that one, we are using the help of a feature. What is the next feature? In security, OWD, right? Okay, OWD. That is called as organization wide defaults. In order to restrict the visibility of the records, right now the records are visible to everyone inside the organization. But now I don't want to make it visible to everyone. I want to make my record to be visible only to me and my manager. Except we both other people should not be able to access my record. Other people can't touch my records without my permission. Then how can we restrict the visibility that we'll see as part of OWD in tomorrow's session? In tomorrow's session, we'll see the concept of OWD and then what are the OWD options available in Salesforce and how to assign these OWD options. We'll see one by one. Okay? Now, understood the concept till now? Okay. So once you are done with the role hierarchy, then only we can do the practice of OWD options. Okay. First of all, you have to complete the user management concept. Create the 5 users because we are having 5 licenses, 2 Salesforce licenses, 3 platform licenses. With that one, 5 users you have to create and then assign the roles to the users. Okay. Now, thank you.
Feroz, I have a doubt. Once we deactivate the user, I mean license will get back. What about the profile?
The profile will be available as it is because profile is
Okay.
no limitations, right? You can have a number of profiles with the same license type.
Yeah, but if that profile is not assigned to anybody, also we can just leave like that.
Sorry.
If that profile is not assigned to anybody, any of the users, also we can just keep like that in the system.
Yes, we can make it as the same. We can keep it as it is inside the system because profiles are not counting n number of profiles that we can configure inside your org.
Oh, okay, okay, yeah, done. Thanks, Feroz.